The moment the dragon showed up, the allied human forces fell apart. Just seconds earlier, tens of thousands of soldiers had been full of confidence, but now they were running in all directions, trying to escape the massive shadow covering the ground. King Edward shouted orders, telling everyone to spread out and stay alert, but even he couldn't hide the shock in his eyes. Standing in front of him was a colossal dragon stretching over 1,000 meters, something he had only ever heard about in legends. King Gilbert looked even worse. His face turned pale as he stared upward, unable to make sense of why a creature with that kind of destructive power would suddenly appear right here on the battlefield. Meanwhile, Lin Tion stood on the city wall, quietly watching the enormous green dragon move through the sky. His expression stayed calm as he commented that in just a few months, Xiao He had grown into something truly massive. Down below, Edward tried to steady himself. He pulled out his sword and started giving orders to prepare for a dragon hunt. He still held on to the idea that killing the dragon would make him a hero known across the entire continent. The difference between the two sides was obvious. Edward's side was filled with restless energy and forced determination, while Lin Tion remained completely composed. Before the army could recover, two more shadows appeared in the sky. A scarred black dragon and a white dragon surrounded by crackling lightning descended, making the sky feel heavy, like it might give way at any moment. Lin Tion watched them arrive with a slight smile, saying that Scarface and the Thunder Dragon had finally made their entrance. The moment Edward saw them clearly, his confidence started fading. He recognized the scarred dragon as the one that had dealt serious damage to the Allied forces 9 years ago. Then he realized the identity of the white dragon, a creature rumored to have wiped out millions. That realization crushed whatever hope he had left. Xiao He lowered its massive body and spoke respectfully to Lin Tion, calling him father. It explained that someone had come looking for it, saying his father was in danger. Then it glanced down at the humans, its tone filled with clear contempt as it mentioned it hadn't expected such insignificant beings to dare cause trouble for him. A heavy pressure spread across the battlefield, weighing down everything. Alice and the others could only stand there, holding their breath as they stared at the scene. Right in front of them stood one of the strongest beings among the dragonkin, a creature capable of wiping out an entire kingdom with a single breath. And yet, it casually addressed Lin Tion as father. Lin Tion reached out and lightly touched Xiao He's scales. He confirmed that he had sent someone to find it, then added that next time, it should address that elder more politely as Uncle Hawk. Alice looked at Lin Tion with clear admiration, thinking to herself that he really was someone extraordinary, an envoy capable of winning over even a massive dragon like this. It became obvious to her that the person she served had the power to reshape the entire world. Not far away, King Edward had completely lost his footing. His belief system had fallen apart. He couldn't accept what he was seeing, a goblin standing as the father of a black dragon. In his eyes, the world no longer made sense. He wondered if this was even the same world he once knew. At the same time, the true nature of those in power started to show. Faced with death, their confidence quickly faded. Gilbert panicked and urged everyone around him to retreat immediately. He suggested leaving the army behind for the Sword King to deal with while they went to seek help from the dragon-slaying guild. As some of the men began pulling back, Lin Tion let out a mocking smile. He made it clear that this wasn't a place where people could just come and leave whenever they wanted. A sharp red glint passed through his eyes as he gave a simple order. He told the dragons it was time to move a little after staying quiet for so long. His goal was clear: wipe out the ones below. Hearing that, Gilbert and the other kings quickly changed their approach. Their tones softened as they tried to negotiate, saying they wanted to avoid unnecessary losses. They even went as far as offering to hand over female disciples for Lin Tion to do as he pleased with, hoping that would buy them a way out. Lin Tion shut that down without hesitation. From his point of view, this wasn't a balanced fight, it was completely one-sided. And once it was over, everything they owned would fall into his hands anyway. Still unwilling to give up, the kings tried one last approach. They attempted to tempt him, hoping desire might keep them alive. Magic started to gather in their hands as they cast an illusion spell, trying to trick the senses with something appealing. In the blink of an eye, the two fat kings changed appearance, turning into attractive women who pleaded softly, asking not to be harmed. Standing nearby, Edward couldn't hide how disgusted he felt watching this. He shouted at them, asking where their pride and dignity had gone. Lin Tion didn't respond. He simply watched in silence, his expression showing nothing but cold disdain for the entire display. Lin Tion turned toward the black dragon and casually asked what it was waiting for. That simple question sealed the fate of the tens of thousands below. Xiao Hei's eyes lit up, and a deafening roar tore through the sky. Darkness spread across the allied formation, like a signal that everything was about to end. From above, streams of blue energy dropped down like falling blades, erasing anything they touched in an instant. Panic took over the human army. Soldiers ran in every direction, but it quickly became clear their speed meant nothing against the relentless magic pouring down from the sky. Scarface spoke up, reminding Xiao Hei about the Dragon King's rule. Dragons weren't supposed to attack humans, or there would be consequences again. Lin Tion immediately cut in, saying Xiao Hei was protecting its father, and that made it justified. He added that he would handle any trouble that came from this, even if it meant dealing with the dragon cult himself. That was enough for Scarface. Its gaze shifted toward the battlefield, and something cold and ruthless showed in its eyes. With the reason settled, it moved without hesitation. A blast of dragon breath surged forward, sweeping across the battlefield and swallowing thousands of soldiers at once. The ground trembled under the intense heat as explosions followed one after another, turning the entire area into a burning hell with no escape. One by one, the Allied soldiers disappeared, leaving behind only scorched traces where they once stood. King Edward ran through the burning chaos, shouting that he would never forgive the goblin who had destroyed everything he built. Not far away, Gilbert watched in horror as his 200,000 elite troops were completely wiped out. His voice broke as he realized all his plans had collapsed in front of him. In desperation, he slammed his hand onto the ground and activated a massive magic circle, his final attempt to buy time. A powerful spell erupted. Huge vines made of energy burst from the earth, twisting and crushing everything in their path as they shot straight toward Xiao Hei. Above them, the massive shadow of the dragon loomed, creating a scene that felt almost unreal. Xiao Hei noticed the attack but didn't react with any concern. It opened its mouth, releasing a deep green breath packed with destructive force. The blast swept forward and tore through the giant vines, clearing them away instantly. The two kings could only shout in fear. They had never seen a dragon use something like this before, and whatever confidence they had left was gone. All that remained was the urge to escape.